Hello team, welcome to Performance Testing Live Project Demo Session 2. Let's see today's agenda. We will go through Demo Session 1 review. We will see today scope of testing, time frame, what will be the time frame that will be required for the project, and at the end any questions from your side. Okay, so let's start. I will just open the Word. Okay, so demo session 1, what we have covered. In this, we have gone through introduction to the project. We have seen about the application, that is overview of the application. Demo, I will just mention the URL, demoaut.com. newtools.demoaut, okay, .demoaut, okay. So we have gone through what the application is about, and we have logged into the application, seen different functionalities of the application. Then we have covered high level plan. In this, I have shown you the template for requirement gathering and test plan. Okay, so that is already being uploaded, but whenever the project starts, you can refer to it, but you need to come out with your own set of questions and prepare the test plan. Okay, and we have covered roles and responsibilities. Who would be doing what things. Okay, so today we would be covering scope of testing. How many business scenarios are we going to cover? Okay, so let's first of all list all the business scenarios that are we can test for this particular application. So I will just mention. See, first is the login scenario. I will just mention business scenario. Team, one thing to remember here, we are testing business critical transaction. Business critical transaction means that are the transactions or the business scenarios which are really critical to the application. See, in manual testing, we test each and every functionality, but this is not the case with performance testing. Here, even 10-15 scenarios are there, we will not be testing 10-15 scenarios. Among 10-15 scenarios, the client would pick up 4-5 scenarios or 2-3 scenarios depending on the usage and the criticality. Okay, so all these factors needs to be seen for the business scenario. We cannot test the functionality. Here we are not testing the functionality. We are testing the performance of the application under certain load. Okay, so let's first of all list the business scenario. First is login. In login, like what steps, detailed steps that we would see once we start with the project. Okay, I'm just right now listing the list of business scenarios. Okay, next is, second is booking flights. So I will just show you test one, test one. This I will provide you the credentials, or you can like even create your own credentials. Okay, so this is for booking flights. You can click on continue. You can select the flight. Again click on continue. Need to fill up some details. Just mentioning some name. Okay, and I click on secure purchase. Okay, so this has been booked. You can see it, and this is logout. So this is another business scenario. Okay, then next is just check the itinerary. Like whatever bookings have been done, it will list all the bookings. So again we will log in. Okay, you can see here in the home page only there is, we click on this. Just run it. You can see it here, it does not actually refresh it. So it will show the list of itineraries. Okay, then sign off. You can, third, the next scenario would be like suppose to register a new user. Okay, like how we do that, click on register and you can fill up the details and then submit. Okay, so these are some business scenarios. Among this, we would be like covering booking flight. So when we book flight, we are automatically logged into the application. So we would be covering these two business scenarios during the performance testing live project. Okay, that you would be working on all optimization, all those things. So I will just mention what all things you would be working on. Requirement gathering. This is end-to-end performance testing you would be working on. Okay, end-to-end performance. Requirement gathering, test planning. Okay, script creation, design scenario, in script creation only all optimization, all things would be covered. Okay, then running a scenario, analysis, and reporting. Okay, so all the things you would be working on. Next, this is the scope of testing, like what all things we would be covering in the project. Okay, regarding the business scenario. And okay, here, like just to mention, out of scope, we are not doing, we won't be doing functional testing, that is already done. We are not doing performance engineering. We are also not monitoring the application. So these are out of scope. Okay. Now next is the time frame. Like how much time? It will take around 2 to 3 weeks. With like we can have a weekly meeting to discuss like if any issues are coming, if any team is stuck with anywhere, so I can guide you there. So like all the activities will be performed within 2 to 3 weeks. So you need to, first of all, before like when we start with the project, the prerequisites on your system should be installation of load runner. Okay, latest version of load runner, trial version. So you need to download from the net. Okay, I have already shown this in the last session. So you can refer to that video for the installation of load runner. Okay, if any doubts you can ask me. So with this is 2 to 3 week project with weekly meetings, and like at the end, the team, respective team will be providing the presentation, like what you did for this particular project and how the approach was. Okay, all things like what you did with the script, how did you analyze the reports and all those things. So this is regarding the time frame. So team, okay. So we have covered review, scope of testing, time frame. Now last, any questions from your side? Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, there is one question, difference between performance testing and performance engineering. Performance testing means we are like performing all the activities end to end, creating script, doing execution, analysis, and just see the performance of the application with respect to the response time, throughput, and all those things. And performance engineering means if any issue is there, we try to solve that particular issue on the server side by changing the settings on the server side. So that is like performance engineering. Okay, got it? Okay, great. Any more questions? Please let me know if you have any questions, still any questions, so that I can answer you. How many virtual users to simulate is given by the client or tester needs to plan. Uh, See, client first of all gives us the number, like what load they are expecting. But if client is not aware of like how many virtual users they are expecting on the application, we need to find the approach to test the application. Like he is not aware, client is not aware. So what we will do? First of all, we do run with, say, suppose 20 users. We increase slow by slow, gradually, 50 users, then 80 users, 120 users. Now after 120 users, the performance of the application start degrading. Degrading in the sense, like there is high response time, we are getting lot of errors. So we can say that, okay, to client, your application is able to handle only like 120 or 130 users. So this is how mostly at most of the times the client provides you the number, but if they are not aware, this happens. If they are not aware, we need to find out like by increasing the load gradually. Is that clear? Okay, great. Any more questions? Please let me know if you have any queries so that your doubts will be clear. Okay, as for the live project, we are doing how many virtual users we have to simulate. We would be like doing for 20 users, not more than that, because we have a limit of 50 users for the trial version. Like from this time, HP has provided load runner with 50 virtual users for a long time. But as this is an internet application, we cannot put much load. Okay, so we would be doing with 10 to 20 users maximum. And also, like, yeah, one thing to remember, team, if you are like using any internet site for performance testing, don't, even if you create script, that's fine, but don't put much load more than a user, one user, because otherwise if you put 50 users, say suppose that is the maximum limit provided by load runner, definitely uh, it is going to their server side and they will investigate how 50 users are running at a time. So don't do these things, okay? Does that answer your question? Okay, great. And like before starting the project, uh, please be clear of all the concepts, like which type of performance test you are going to do, what uh, each performance test type means, all those things, like how we create scenario and how to do that. Okay, so just be clear of the concept so you don't find any difficulty. I am there to help you out, but yeah, be clear with the concept. That's it. Any more questions? I think no one has any questions. Okay. But we will still wait for 5 minutes. If anyone has any questions, I can answer you. Okay, I think no one has any questions. So we will stop here. Team, thank you for your time. Bye.